Hi, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Sprinkle Happiness. I have a very special guest with me today, and I am so excited. Please let's welcome Meaghan. Meaghan, I'm so honored to have you here today and share your wisdom and your expertise with our listeners. So tell us a little bit about
Awesome.
you and your work.
Thanks so much, Nev, for having me. You're always such a beautiful, like, I see you as this kind of angelic woman and always so happy and willing to uplift the room. And you're just this most beautiful, like, even when I first met you, I think it was at Date with Destiny or some event. I'm like, oh my gosh, she is beautiful inside and out. And I just walked, I was magnetized to you. So keep doing this because I think it's going to go somewhere with your magnetism.
Thank you. You only see in me what's already in you. It's your energy that you're reflecting around you. So, yes, thank you. It all goes back to you,
Yeah.
Meaghan. So, your
Yeah.
work is so unique, Meaghan. It's the pranic healing with horses. And for listeners hearing this for the first time, so how would you describe your work?
Well, my work is transformational. If I were to choose one word, it's transforming a normal or maybe a sad life or a depressed life into happiness, exactly what your focus is here. And it's only because I had to do it for myself many years ago. And that's how I discovered pranic healing. I was already into horses. I was drawing horses when I was like 5 years old, unicorns, horses everywhere. And so horses have
Oh,
always been a part of my life. Yeah. But the pranic healing came a little later in about 2005, helped me like almost immediately get out of depression and anxiety and PTSD. So I blend the two, and it only makes sense to give back what was given to me. And I'm like, well, it worked for me. Maybe, in a beautiful and unique and meaningful way, I can help
yes.
others who had the same thing.
How beautiful it is to
Yeah.
combine your passion working with horses and your spiritual work and contribution. So, how did you discover this? How did you discover Master Co and Pranic Healing?
Yeah, so in about 2005, I was severely depressed and diagnosed bipolar and with depressive episodes, mainly depression, and then also suicidal ideation, some addiction, and I remember this one night, as I look back, I'm like, gosh, it must have been that one prayer. I was like forehead, like eat, pray, love. I was literally on the floor, forehead to the ground, bawling, having crying spells. I was in a middle of a depressive episode, and I got on my knees and I prayed the hardest I've ever prayed. And for some reason, I added one caveat because I'd done this before. I'd prayed before, but the caveat I added was, God, if you help me, I will give back. I
Mhm.
promise I will serve you if you help me. And I kid you not, like a week later, I don't know the timeline, but very shortly after, someone did a pranic healing session on me. And
Wow.
I was like, what did you do? I'm like, I must know what you did because I am completely different. I'm not having crying spells. I don't want to kill myself anymore. I find it extremely easy to stop alcohol. And from that moment on, I put down, the drinking habits and the other habits and just was devoted to Grandmaster Choa because I started studying pranic healing from the books. And as I
Mm.
opened up the book, the first book, Miracles Through Pranic Healing, I felt like I was at home and I felt all this love come all off the pages and I felt a familiarity in the spiritual teacher. And I'm like, I'm hooked. Okay, I'm
Wow.
back. I'm back, teacher. Here we go. Okay, let's do this.
Wow. This sounds so like finding your calling. This is your calling.
Yeah.
I hear
And
the
what a
quote.
blessing. And what a
Yes.
blessing that I had that horrible period of time, that horrible rough patch. What a blessing. I wouldn't have found it, I don't think.
You would not have found it. Sometimes you have to just, hit rock bottom to bounce right
Yes.
back and find what's really meant for you. I heard a quote from my classmate the other day. She said, what misses you was not meant for you, and what is meant for you will never miss you. And this sounds so
Right.
true. It was absolutely meant for you. And
Divine orchestration.
yes, and
Yeah.
I'd love to hear maybe another. You work with so many clients, Meaghan, and do you have maybe a transformational journey that maybe one of your clients went through, that totally shifted their energy and how does it all work?
Yeah.
so new on
Yeah,
this?
actually, I can think of several.
Wow.
Why don't I start with a platinum partner, a recent platinum partner? This person was, again, severely depressed, had PTSD. He'd been to war in Iraq and Afghanistan and seen horrible, horrific things. And anyway, I just happened to just like or comment on one of his Facebook posts, and he reached out to me, and we worked together for about 2 years. I haven't heard back from him in a little while, but I know he's okay. But that happens with people with PTSD, is they feel good, and then they're like off like a cannon into like a whole new life and world. But he was really down in the dumps. Pretty much every area of his life was like a disaster. And so I worked with him, not only pranic psychotherapy, but I coached him on how to neutralize any negative karma. I did some pranic healing coaching with him, and thank God he was receptive and following the simple instructions I was giving him, because it's really easy stuff to do, but you just
Mm.
got to do it consistently, and you have to be receptive to, even though it might sound a little esoteric or a little new, the more you practice what us pranic healers advise you to practice, it's a really rapid turnaround. And so he had a really rapid turnaround. And then he'd go away for a while, and then he'd come back, and he'd be like, oh, he's like, Meaghan, I have no words. He's like, I keep coming back because, like, of course I didn't know better. Like, I'd go about my life, and what you said, I'd hear you in my head, and then I'd come back and we'd do more work, and it would get even better and better and better. So it is a process. Sometimes it's a quick turnaround. It depends on how long you've had the depression or the PTSD or the physical ailments. We also have lots of physical transformations as well. One woman, this was years ago. This was even when I was a newbie in pranic healing. This was like maybe 7 years ago. I had a kid come and stay. I have people come on Airbnb from all over the world, and they attend like maybe one of my pranic sound healings or a meditation on twin hearts. I do lots of stuff with my Airbnb guests as well. And
Wow.
anyway, he's like,
Love that.
yeah, it's great because we're here in Sedona. It makes sense.
Yes.
People
What a
love it.
beautiful,
People,
beautiful gift.
yeah, yeah. He's like, I was magnetized to your property. He's like, I don't know how I ended up here. He's like, I've literally been in the bottom of my closet in a dark, cool space for about a year and a half because I have Lyme disease and I'm miserable. He's like, the headaches, I'm super sensitive to light. He literally was in a living physical and emotional hell. And he's like, I don't believe in any of this stuff. He's like, I don't know how I got here. He stayed one night, and I happened to be doing a sound healing that night. So I did a sound healing, and he woke up in the morning. He did like a 4-hour hike out in the sunshine. He had more energy than he'd had in a year and a half. And he's
Oh,
like, oh my gosh, I got my life back. And he attributed, he's like, I think that sound healing did something. And he approached my partner at the time, and he's like, could that be? And my partner was like, oh yeah, the energies that are here and that flows through Meaghan, her spiritual teacher, the pranic healing, it's super powerful. And you were desperate, so you were receptive, in other words. And so he's like, I'm not leaving. He's like, I'm not leaving. I will do anything. He's like, I
what?
will pick up horse poop. He's like, I will feed the horses. I will pick up horse manure. I will do chores around the Airbnb because I have like 6 units. It's kind of a bigger place. And so he stayed for 3 months, and it completely transformed his
What?
life. And we did an exchange, and yeah. And then he's like, Meaghan, I know you can help my auntie. She's in the Canary Islands. Because he was Italian, but raised in America. He's like, she speaks Italian. This is her name. This is where she's at. He's like, she's in a wheelchair on oxygen, and she's convinced she has MS. But he's like, I know it's Lyme disease. And he's like, I know you can help her. I'm like, okay. So he paid me. He and his mom paid me. I didn't know this woman. I just started working on her a bunch, like 3 times a day for about 5 days, and then once a day for a couple weeks. Within the 4 or 5 days, she was out of her wheelchair, off the oxygen, and she was breathing again, happy again, moving around. She got her life back.
Wow.
And they were like, this is a miracle. They were like,
Yeah.
what? So then I think she then got into pranic healing as well, or she knew about it and then got deeper into pranic healing. It transformed her life. But like, I don't brag about this stuff, but it's just, even I was surprised at how well it worked. And like a woman that doesn't even speak English, never met, they're just like,
Yes.
please help her. And
It is magic.
it's
It's
it
absolutely
really
magic.
is.
It has something, it's all your all energy, right? It's like these blockages we have, this tension, this tension we feel, this uneasiness, and we all feel it from time to time, Megan. How do we even
Yeah.
begin, like, for somebody that is like so new in this pranic
Yeah.
healing and this
Well,
energy? Where do we even begin?
right. Well, what first we have to realize, we have to kind of turn our thinking around, do a 180 with our thinking, how we're raised to think. We are energy with a body, not the other way around. So we are literally a soul put in this body to have all these positive and negative experiences to grow as a soul and to spiritually evolve and eventually become a fully enlightened being. But we have to suffer and
Yeah.
we have to learn. So if we look at it from that perspective, be like, oh, okay, like Tony says, oh, this is actually happening for me, for my soul to grow. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
This body is going to be gone one day, but until I discard it, I need to use it to walk about the earth, serve, be happy, be sad, learn from being sad.
Oh, yeah.
Forgiveness is a big one, so that
That
we can use this incarnation as a tool for like this spiritual school that we're in. That's how
I
you begin. You have to kind of open your mind, you know?
it's a
Right.
change if
It's
we
what,
don't know
yeah,
guiding the
yeah.
way.
It's there for a reason. Yeah. And as Master Ko says, we have these life experiences and karma that comes up. That's another thing, is if you believe that what you send out comes back to you many, many times, you are likely to transform very, very quickly because you can work with that. And Master Ko teaches us how to work with our karma, any, past life. Things that we may have done to hurt others are now happening to us in this lifetime. So for instance, say say you were like at war, say you were a warrior in a past life, and you, for your country or to protect your territory, you killed people, you raped and pillaged or whatever, because that's how we were as humans, and we still are doing it, much less,
Yeah.
thank God. But if, say, I was a warrior and at war in a past life and I stabbed someone in the eye or made someone blind. So when Master Ko says, as we, and Grandmaster Choa, our spiritual teacher, when we come into this incarnation, we, to a certain degree, get to choose how much we pay off that spiritual debt. So
Mhm.
sometimes people are blind because in a past life they made others blind. And that, again, it takes an open mind, and we got to look at the long game, right? The big picture of the soul, right? The soul has had many incarnations, and we have many more. So in order to win the game at this one,
Yeah.
we want to generate as much good karma as we can in this lifetime. And that's why pranic healing is so beautiful, is that anybody can learn how to heal themselves and others. And that's
How
a
do we
great way to neutralize negative karma.
do that? How do we neutralize that? How do we
We
do what?
heal others. Yeah, you learn how to do pranic healing and you help others heal.
Healing others, kindness, being, showing up as your best and contributing to others' lives, and not
Yes.
intentionally hurting. Like sometimes we do some things that is
Stop
unintentionally.
doing
Yeah.
the bad stuff as much as you can and really super energize the good stuff. So give money to charity, all
Mm.
the things that Master Ko and Tony teach us, and just do them more and more and repeatedly. You can't just do it once and then be like, okay,
Okay, I'm
like
enlightened. I'll be
daily.
happy and forever. All my
Yeah.
offspring, everybody is like, no, it's like
And
daily
that
practice, right?
It really is, and repeatedly over and over. And that's why meditation on twin hearts is so important for us. And that's why Master Ko does that for Tony at all the UPWs, is that it's such an important practice to send good thoughts and positive love and blessings from our hearts, from our spiritual heart, from our personal heart to the entire planet. That in its of itself, the meditation on twin hearts neutralizes a lot of negative karma too, and it changes you over time. It makes you more loving and more contribution minded. It makes you more tolerant and understanding, and it makes you more happy.
Yes, I love that, this mind body connection and sending the energy out, because even if people are out, on the other side of the world, people feel it. It's what God believes.
Yes.
It just comes around, and sometimes you just think about the special person. It just that you maybe didn't talk in years, and that person calls you or messages you. It's just I used to believe it's just coincidence.
Right.
I now learned that there's no such thing. It's all like
Right.
it was meant to be. It's
A lot of it's guidance. Yeah, exactly.
and
And they make it, the higher beings make it obvious in these coincidences or these synchronicities so that we're like, so that we notice it. Like, oh,
Mhm.
something spiritual is happening right now and getting
Yes,
like a ding, a
yes.
notification.
Ever since I started studying happiness, I started becoming more hypersensitive, like literally hypersensitive to little miracles of life that I used to just overlook, not pay attention to, like as little as
Yes.
just listening to the birds or seeing things that I used to just look overlook. It's just unbelievable. If you just look at the things that there are, all the miracles all around us, it's just
Yeah.
unbelievable. Peace it gives you.
That's a great point. And, we get to choose, we have different bodies. So we have the physical body, we have an emotional body, we have a mental body, and an etheric body. So we get to choose, we get to train the emotional body, I guess, for lack of a better term. Much like I train my horses, they're big, they need training. So I do it, gently, but consistently. But the emotional body needs training, doesn't it?
All the
Yeah.
time, every day. It's a ritual. It's not a one time and then forget about it. It is just every
Right.
day. It's just happiness. Like spirituality has so much to do with happiness. Like it is
Yeah.
just like our physical well-being, emotional our relational well-being, spiritual well-being is a part of
Yeah.
life, whether that's praying for you or meditation. But
Yeah.
taking care of your spirit has such an influence on your happiness.
Absolutely. And there's so much good stuff out there. I love Pranic healing, very devoted to Master Ko and Grandmaster Choa and their mission. However, there's so much good stuff out there now. Like people are discovering these ancient esoteric teachings that are kind of being put through different schools, put in front of us because of the internet, because of word of mouth. You discover different ways to use energy and look at ourselves as the soul and to, just be a better person. And we look at the news, the Charlie Kirk thing, all the political stuff going on. People are so unhappy and so
Yeah.
stressed out. But it's like,
Yes.
okay, but there's also a lot of good stuff out there, you guys.
Yes.
We have to really watch what our diet is, what we take in as
Mm,
far as not only food, but energetically and the
yeah.
news and what we take in with our eyes. And like you say, you're sensitive, what we take in from our environment.
Yes, absolutely. You like we are so bombarded and surrounded by negativity all the time, Megan. Like, where do we
Yeah.
even begin? Like, how do we protect ourselves, whether it's from a family members
Ah,
or the other or the whole environment? We have positive things coming toward us, but a lot of negativity around. How do we even
yeah.
begin protecting ourselves, our energy field?
Well, Master Co teaches us to be a divine instrument to send them divine love. So when we do meditation on twin hearts, or even say we get a phone call and someone chews us out on the phone and it's repeated. So the way we neutralize negative energy coming at us is just like meditation on twin hearts. You focus on your heart. We don't give the blessing, but we are instruments. Like remember the prayer of Saint Francis of Assisi, what we use in the meditation on twin hearts. It's Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there's hatred, let me
Mm,
sow love. So you just do that, even though it's counterintuitive, even though you want to maybe like punch them in the face
yes.
or
You
slam the phone down and hang up on them. But so just take a moment and breathe and be like, okay, actually, this person is probably hurting. And
Yes.
it seems like we have some karma coming up. So let's neutralize that karma. And I'm just going to shower them from my heart and my crown with pink and gold light. And this is actually a very advanced Buddhist technique, but it works. And then you start to feel like, and then they kind of move out of your life, or they kind of start to change, or the relationship starts to change. And it happens pretty quickly, but you have to do it consistently and just be like, may you be divinely blessed with spiritual growth and transformation. May the angels, may the higher beings bless you with spiritual growth, good health, happiness, prosperity, all the good things in life, and spirituality. And bless them with, say, may you spiritually grow. Because that way, it's like, remember where energy flows, or where attention goes, energy
Right.
flows. You're energizing them to be a better person. You're not doing it. You're being an instrument for them to change, because we're
Mm,
not, it's not really up to us, but we can
yeah.
pray for them too.
Yes.
Or so like when I have a difficult situation with someone, I immediately do that. I'm like, even I like roll my eyes. I'm like, okay, God, I don't want to do this, Grandmaster. I really do not like this person's actions towards me right now.
Yes.
But I'll do it. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, I'll follow your simple instructions, and I just do it, and I feel better.
Yes. That's
And then
such a
just
huge
cut.
lesson. That's
Yeah.
such a
And just
huge
cut the
lesson.
cord. Cut.
Just cut the
Yeah.
cord. So your answer toward hatred and negativity is give them poor love because they are hurting. They need healing. So I'm sending in my love, even though
Yeah.
I
We're the ones, Nev, you and I and all the platinum partners and all the people who are at our level. I mean level meaning we're working on ourselves. Not everybody is. So we're the ones who know better. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
So we got to use all these tools that we're taught, that Master Code teaches us, that all 8 of our masters in pranic healing teaches us, that Tony and Sage teach us, that Tad and Scott Harris teach us. We got to use all of that. We
yes,
can't, you know what I mean? We have so many tools. It's almost insane how many tools we have. And if we don't use them, then that's bad. Then that is
that's
bad
all.
on us.
Yes, I love that.
You
Show up.
know,
You're the
we
example.
know better.
By example, just lead by example. I love that. So, what is one little
Yeah.
thing we can do every day as a beginner, Megan? Like one little
Awesome.
practice to align maybe the mind and the body to be in harmony and in peace.
One thing that comes to mind, and this is for people who are spiritual and not spiritual. And I like that because I've met people who don't believe in God or have a strong religious belief that may or may not vibe with what I believe. You know what I mean? But a very simple thing you can do is just close your eyes. So if you want, we can just do it together. Close your eyes and imagine a beautiful light above your head. It might look like a sun or a candle flame or a fire or just a bright light. Just look at it lovingly and gently and just say, I am that I am. I'm not the body. I'm not the emotion. I'm not the thoughts. I'm not even the mind. Mind is just a subtle instrument of the soul. Instrument of the soul. I am the soul.
The soul.
Good. Just keep looking at that light. Send a stream of loving energy from your heart up to that light, up through the throat, up through the head. Just like a pink loving energy up into that light above your head. I am the soul. And then you can further take it to, I am a spiritual being of divine intelligence,
Divine intelligence,
divine love,
divine love.
and divine power. I am connected in one with my higher soul. I am connected in one with the divine spark within me. I am a child of God. I'm connected with God. I'm one with God and one with all. There is only oneness. We are one. So just look at that beautiful light above your head and be still. Just focus on the peace and stillness in that light for a few moments. You might feel a pouring in of light as you look at it. Just allow whatever happens, happen. Just lovingly and gently keep looking at that light. If you don't see anything, just know that it's there. That's the gateway to the higher soul. And just silently say to yourself, I am that I am. I'm connected and one with my higher soul. You might feel a little pressure on your crown or on your head. Just allow the peace and stillness to envelop you. And then you can also imagine that there are several other lights all around you, all around the planet. Everybody else has a beautiful light above their head as well. And just see them all being one. We are all a child of God. We all are connected and one with our higher soul. And how beautiful is it that we can connect in this way. All the lights above our head can connect as one as well. And just send love to all those other lights as well. There's like millions and billions of them. Even the animals, even though they're group souls, they have a higher soul as well. You're connected in one with all of God's children. And then just see all those lights together getting brighter and brighter and brighter until it's this big blinding light around the planet. We're all part of Mother Earth. We are one. And then when you're ready, you can just slowly open your eyes. You're welcome. That was
We
a
are
lot of energy. Wow.
because
Yeah.
we that forgiveness is we gotta forgive ourselves for our own mistakes and hurting people. And sometimes we need to
Great point.
forgive others who have hurt us. And many of
Yeah.
those that hurt us are hurting themselves. And I had it over and over in my own environment that I have witnessed people who are hurting, don't have the tools to just let go, and they're just holding, and they think just by pouncing.
Yeah. Well, and you bring up a good point because we just tuned into so many other souls and higher souls that we are truly one. So what I do to you, I'm doing to myself because we're one,
To you,
right?
to
That's how
myself.
forgiveness works, is that we
Mm,
realize that other person is another version of ourselves. So it makes it a little
yes,
easier.
yeah, and what you see in me is already in you, and it reminds me of Brian
Yeah.
Katie's work, her inquiry, and that was a huge, huge aha moment for me. I'm sure you know what her work. Like it ends up
Yep. The
everything that I
questions.
see
Yeah.
in others, everything I see in others is in me. So whatever you're angry at or pissed out at, it is because there's something in you.
Something in us that is unhealed or
Yeah,
unforgiven.
absolutely.
Yes,
So,
you bring a good
Megan,
point.
you're a big
Yeah, so my day starts with coffee in bed with my dogs and my kitty. I know that sounds silly,
Yes, I love
but
it, I
that
love
makes me so happy.
yes, I love it. I
Talk
have
about
4 cats. I am a big lover of being in bed with
animals.
babies. Yes. Oof.
Yeah. So I start my day with that. And sometimes I do a morning sadhana where I put on Grandmaster's Om and I Om with him to just clean the body. And we can even do another episode if you ever want to. I can, give you guys a bunch of different tools, another
Yeah,
podcast if you'd like. But
yeah.
and maybe it would be specifically just those, a bunch of tools. And I'm in the middle of a podcast right now. Thank you. My insect
Oh,
alternative pest control guy is here. I'm
he's
like,
a it's okay. It's okay. He's
so
welcome.
sorry, but there's so many little tools. But anyway, so I do that and then I go and I feed the horses. And that is fun too because like Cracker, my mule, he's right here.
Oh
He
my gosh.
lives do you see him right here?
Yes. Gosh, I love
He lives in my yard. Cracker literally lives in my yard and he comes to my bedroom window and brays. So a mule, like a donkey, they bray. They don't neigh, they bray. And he like tries to get me to stop my coffee and stop my
it's
morning
so fun.
sadhana and get me to feed him. And the three others, they're right there.
I love it. They are so majestic, Megan. How do they even like very quickly, how do they help heal humans? How what is so special about them that they don't speak? What is it about their energy that we can learn from?
Wow. Horses, there's something about them. Well, first they're super sensitive. They have a super powerful magnetic field and science is only now realizing this about them. And because people are healing from them instantaneously and they never knew why or how, and it's because of the herd instinct. The herd really takes care of the other herd members. So, and I think they're more of an evolved animal. So, like the dolphins and whales, I akin them to the dolphins of the land. So they just tune into you and they have compassion and they just want to draw you into the herd and kind of move around you and then when you invoke, like what I've done is I created my own healing session with them, blending pranic healing. Actually, that higher soul meditation we just did, we do that first and we connect all the animals, the horses to the client's higher soul or to the group. And then we work from there. So not only do we have the horse energy, but we've plugged them into a divine source and they're a divine instrument. And all these beautiful, cool things start to happen. And it's not them doing it. It's not me doing it. It's the higher beings because we've given them an avenue. And so, but horses are kind of already tuned into that. So, they just have this majestic or mystical,
Yes.
intrinsically part feeling, a mystical feeling intrinsically as part of them, just like dolphins and whales do, and to a certain degree, dogs or, cats. Sometimes you get a super evolved one and you're like, whoa, there's
Yes.
something happening here.
All of my
Yeah,
love, like
yeah,
much
yeah,
energy. I'm
yeah,
connected
yeah.
to you.
The easiest, fastest way is go to MeaghanMcCue.com and pranichealing.com, because all of my free stuff is on pranichealing.com. So meditation on twin hearts 3 mornings a week. We do healing clinics here in Sedona. They're all hybrid, either on Zoom or in person with my Airbnb guests or local Sedona friends. And so that's the fastest way. Meaghan McCue, MEAGHANMCCUE
We will put it.
.com. And my new brand, my new brand is Sacred Prana. And I'm an intro leader and soon to be a level 1 teacher for underneath Master Stephen Coe. And pranichealing.com, meaghanmccue.com. Also sedonasacredrocks.com. You can come stay at my place on Airbnb or booking.com and come and do some horse sessions or pranic healing sessions with us. I do retreats as well.
Yes, I love that. Do you have an
Yeah, and I keep those small.
coming up? Do you have a retreat
What's
coming up?
that? I don't yet. There will probably be one in February or March. Yeah,
Okay,
that'll be the next one. I will post them on my websites. So
I'll
I wish
blend
I
all the
wish I had one
website.
coming up, but
Yes, we will
yeah.
blend all the website that you mentioned in our
Awesome.
podcast.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
just touch base with her. She is the best. She's the best. If you're looking to connect
Thank you.
with your higher self and tap more into this healing energy, I highly recommend Meaghan. I really look forward to coming to Arizona one day and being there in
Yes.
your farm. I would love that. I really would love that.
Yes.
And,
You're so welcome. You're
thank you,
so
thank you.
welcome. Yeah, sorry for the interruption. He was just standing there looking at me. I'm like, I didn't know what to say.
Oh, yeah, it's
I'm
all
like,
good.
he's just standing there. I'm like,
So, yes, I'm going to close up this episode. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to this episode of Sprinkle Happiness. I see you guys next week, same time on a Friday. And until then, bye, everybody.